Hey everyone, it's Ace. Welcome back to another video. DICE goes all in on the Gunsmith weapon customization. There's some crazy things you can modify on your weapons, potential Battlefield 6 Season 1 content, and so much more in today's video. If you're new here, hey, hello, welcome. My name is Ace. I post 2 to 3 Battlefield videos a week, and I play every Battlefield available to me in Europe at the time that I'm active, and I'm doing this until Battlefield 6 comes out, and I cover Battlefield 6 extensively. If this is something you enjoy, then please consider leaving a like, subscription, and a comment for future content. So first thing, they updated the voice lines for the commanders. These are the AI that yell at you when you spawn in, capture all sectors, and this type of stuff. The updated voice lines seem to be a bit more grittier than what we were previously hearing in the leaks of the first playtest. So what I will do now is let you listen to those, and then I'll be right back with you when you're done. Check it out. What do you think? I think for the pre-closed alpha, this is pretty solid. I don't think, of course, this is going to be the final product or the final voice acting they're going to do on the commander/announcer voice lines, but I think this is completely passable. Now, let's move on to the Gunsmith and what you can do in the Gunsmith, and I just want to give you a heads up, you can do quite a lot in the Gunsmith. So check it out on the screen right now. You can see visible weapon stats when you customize your weapon. You can change damage values, rate of fire, magazine size, control value, precision value, hipfire value, mobility value, firing mode, reload speed, seconds, bullet velocity in meters per second, ADS time in meters per second, and headshot multiplier. So basically in TLDR, they're gonna let you change everything on the gun that you like, and obviously for us creators, for me and my colleagues, we're gonna have a lot of content we have to pump out for you guys because there's gonna be some crazy builds you can do in Battlefield 6. Previously, I voiced my opinion about the Gunsmith that generally, I feel like Gunsmith has never been done correctly because it always curates you into meta builds for all the weapons and everything else is just not worth playing with. However, I will say about this Gunsmith system, I've never played with a Gunsmith system that lets me change headshot multipliers or rate of fires of weapons. I think the only time, I know there are games that allow you to do it, I'm specifically talking in Battlefield terms, the only time I was allowed to change the rate of fire on a weapon would be in Battlefield 5. You could equip the rate of fire perk on the little tree system for weapons for ZK, the submachine gun, and MG42, of course, the light machine gun. The fact that you can do this on all weapons, perhaps, in the Battlefield 6 Gunsmith is actually really crazy. As an example, let's build an imaginary weapon. Let's say we take MG4 from Battlefield 4, and light machine gun fires at 800 rounds per minute, has horrible ADS time, and let's say we want to improve its headshot multiplier and velocity at the expense of the hip fire and ADS time. It's a light machine gun, so we don't care too much about ADS. We're going to be ADS most of the time on it. So we can then lower the values of ADS time and let's say hip fire and increase the velocity to go even further for the machine gun, and we can increase the headshot multiplier as well if we can change those values in the Gunsmith like the leak suggests. The only problem that I have with the Gunsmith is that there are people, a lot of people in Battlefield who are extremely casual people. I have many friends in Germany who just work their jobs, they log in, and the last thing they want to worry about is what is the meta on the weapons, changing, values and sliders and so on. They just want to log in and play the game. Having a deep Gunsmith like this can be a double-edged sword because some people would just really get spooked off the game, scared off because they just don't know what to do and they just don't feel like, Googling everything. An example I can use this is, for example, Path of Exile. I know it's a completely different genre, but many people don't like playing Path of Exile because it takes, as a meme, an encyclopedia to understand the game, so casual people just don't play it. And Battlefield inherently is a very casual game, even though as a first-person shooters by nature are competitive. But Battlefield is competitive as a shooter, but as a game, the gameplay has always been casual, especially in BF1 is extremely casual. And it was extremely simple there, and that was their most successful game. Now bringing it much more deeper into the Gunsmiths of Tarkov and these other more deeper games, I'm not sure if this is the correct way going forward if Battlefield was to reach a broader audience, should we replace the casuals with people who, master the Gunsmith or so on? I'm not sure. This is something that we're gonna have to just wait and see when the game is out. Here is an example of somebody who claims they played it. He said, from what I played, it's going to end up like Call of Duty, where everybody prioritizes ADS speed over everything since the time to kill is fast and movement is slow. So these are just some examples of how the people received the Gunsmith leak. What is your opinion about the Gunsmith? I would really love to hear it. Let me know down in the comment section. Are you fine with it or are you not okay with it? Let me know how you would change it from what you've seen here. I'm somebody who likes movement in Battlefield. That is no secret. I mean, I'm playing Battlefield 5 right now, and I've made many videos supporting movement in Battlefield. So I would understand an argument somebody made, okay, Ace, I mean, you want movement and we want Gunsmith. So if you want movement, then it has to come with other Call of Duty things. I guess if people are perceiving movement as a Call of Duty thing, with Gunsmith, with the armor plates, for example. The armor plates is another thing I really dislike from Call of Duty and Battlefield 2042 as McKay and the other assaults. You always gotta press this button every time I fucking spawn. I gotta put these plates in my ass, basically, just because it increases the time to kill people have on me. So it's just, I'm not sure how I feel about this, you know, these arbitrary systems which are just not gameplay related at all. They're just these outside systems which don't influence gameplay by me being a skilled player, if it makes sense. To use the movement, you have to be, in my opinion, it's a very humble opinion, you have to be a skilled player to utilize the movement correctly in Battlefield 5 and Battlefield 2042. So not everybody can do it. So there's an argument for it, as at least in that department, that it takes some skill to use. It doesn't take any skill for me to put a plate in my ass and then you need more bullets to kill me on all ranges. That takes no skill, and it's annoying as hell. It really is. The Gunsmith, I guess you could make the same argument for it as well. You know, I modify my weapon to kill you in 2 seconds because I can increase the rate of fire of it. That takes no skill. You know, everybody can do this. And everybody will do it, guys, you know. Eventually, we're just gonna run against, you know, IX that's gonna have like 2000 RPM if this Call of Duty system that I really, really dislike come in Battlefield along with the movement. I think if those systems come together with the movement might be actually the least thing you have to worry about if you hate everything about modern gaming. That's just my humble opinion. I hope you guys are not gonna be too harsh on me, but I want to be honest and transparent with you guys as my viewers and people who trust me to deliver a honest opinion and how I feel about these leaks. So there you have it. And finally, potential weapon drop call-in for the Battle Ammo. The cargo stuff, the famous rocket launcher, is returning as a drop for Battle Royale. Check it out. It's gonna have different type of ammunition as well, and it's gonna have a sight this time around too. So I would actually be okay with this returning as a battle pickup in Battlefield 6 completely. I actually liked the battle pickups from Battlefield 4. They were fun, they were sometimes effective, and if I'm not mistaken, there was a type of a launcher you could pick up on Flood Zone in Battlefield 4 on the bridge and shoot the LAV with. And I don't think I ever heard anybody complain about those. So personally, I would be okay with them returning as battle pickups as well. With that being said, guys, I'm gonna slowly close the video down here. As I said, if you're new here, I post a lot of Battlefield videos covering Battlefield 6 news extensively and providing gameplay for every Battlefield game I can get my hands on until Battlefield 6. So if you really start for Battlefield content, please consider leaving a like and a subscription for future content. And for my regular subscribers, thank you so much for being here. As always, comment for the algo and leave a like. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you have a great day. And I'll see you on Friday. Perhaps there's going to be a new test on Friday and we're going to have more to talk about. Until then, take it easy. Have fun. Oh, and be careful on Battlefield 5. There's like a lot of hackers running around these days from China. So I'm just giving you a heads up on that. It's a security issue. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. See ya.